Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about the makeup version of Best 2018 because I feel like I really need to get this done, and a lot of my items were lost when I wanted to film this, and I was like, man, I have to get it going, I have to get my shits together, I have to find all the items out and start talking to you guys about it. So I found majority of them except for one item. I got a feeling that either I left it there when I was traveling, or it's just somewhere that I couldn't find it, you know, but I'll leave a picture when I talk about it. Right, so there is a lot of items from 3CE, okay, and it's not really like a video on K-beauty, but more like I just venture more into their products, so I've got a lot more hits than I would with other products. So yeah, without further ado, let's get started. Alright, so the first two things are their blushes. So the color that I have here is Mono Pink and Rose Beige. So I use them both together. I'm wearing them today, but I'm not sure if you guys can see or it picked up on the camera. But I like to layer Mono Pink underneath first because it's such a light pale pink. It just gives a very light wash color on my medium skin tone. But I felt like the pink is nice, but it wouldn't last, and it's not like giving me a lot of color, you know, to make me look healthy. So I'll put it on with Rose Beige, and I feel like this is more of like a warm peach color. It's a little bit more warm in the camera now that I'm looking at it. And yeah, so this one's a little bit warm, and I want that still like that pastel look to it. So when I pair them together, it gives me the intensity that I want, like the amount of redness to make me look lively, but at the same time it dulls it and mute them a little bit. So I am really in love with them. They give that a muted vibe, you know, the trend that all Korean makeups are going through lately. So yeah, these are the two items that I have been loving. There's actually one more color, but I didn't get because that was just far too light for my skin tone. But these two are really, you know, really good. They are nice and they are very aesthetically pleasing. They last roughly about 4 hours for me, so I think for a blush that is from Korea, it really did well, so highly recommend. Right, and two items from 3CE as well. it's from the same collection, and I can't help but to try them. So it's their, you know, 9 pan palettes. This one is Plot Twist, which is the brown one that has some shimmer in it. So they came out with 3. One is an all matte palette. I didn't get that one because at the moment I wasn't feeling matte, but recently I'm getting into it. Yeah, so you know, you might not know, I might get another one. Okay, so this is Plot Twist, and then I have Overtake, which is the pinky version. Okay, so let me hold them up for you guys to see. Right, okay, so I like that the colors are very type of like, I don't know, this mellow type of color, like this brown, this very caramelly. It looks like very caramel kind of color, which is more like a yellow base type of brown, I would say. So I really highly enjoyed these two colors that are matte. But then again, I hope that there is a brown, dark brown matte in this palette, because you guys can see these two are dark brown. But overall, I feel like they have the right amount of like shimmer, metallics, and matte to give you guys versatility on the palette. So if you guys were to just bring one palette out for traveling, you guys can spice it up with some glitter. You can also dull it down with just the matte. So I think, you know, if you are the type of person that will get bored with your eyeshadows and want to bring like the big palette, this one's good for you. And it was very travel friendly until I got another palette, which I'll show you later. But it has been very, very travel friendly until I got the other one. So these two are my absolute favorite. I use the Overtake the most because first thing, it's biased because I love rosy tones, and this one had the right amount of pink and mauve, and like this color over here and this color over here, they are like pink base, but they are cool tone and very muted, so it doesn't make my eyes look that puffy, because you guys know that Asian eyelids are quite puffy. And if you put any more like red color pinks, it makes us look like our eyes are swollen. Well, in my personal opinion, I find that my eyes looks like it swell up you know, when I use too pink eye makeup or whatsoever. So I think this palette type of colors, the rosy tone in it, just makes it much more wearable for me. And yeah, I like the glitter shades as well. This one in the middle and over here, you know, over here, yeah. So this one and this one, these two are very pretty overcoat color for me. For me, right, I really like to have glitter on top of my shadows, just to, I don't know, just to bring attention to my eyes. I don't know, I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but I did have another glitter on my eyes today, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. But yeah, I feel like if you guys are traveling, you don't want to bring too much, this palette has everything. It has, it's like a little bit like shimmer type. They have the matte, they have the glitter over top, there's like no topper. They also have like their dark, their, you know, their darker tones for matte and shimmery. So I really enjoy this palette, and I feel like even if you bring both for traveling, it is still very compact, and their shadows are pretty nice, you know. They pack on some color I'm using today. The Overtake today, a little bit like a washed, and then you know, kind of shade in the outer corner with the brown over here, just a tad bit. I feel like it looks really beautiful. I don't know, I just like it. Okay, actually I want to bring you guys away from me. Oh, this is the photos. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about this one. I think this is much more like a more comfortable distance, I would say. Right, so highly recommend you guys checking out these two palettes. They are worth the money. Pigmentation is also very nice. Not too pigmented to the extent that you have to be very careful, and that you are just afraid that you'll make a mess out of it. But it's not that lack of pigmentation where you know, when you put onto your eyes you see nothing. Pigmentation is good, it's just much more easier to use than other palettes that I've owned. So I really like it. You can build it up as well, so I love it. So that is that. And yeah, I'm gonna talk about this one. This is my personal favorite item from 3CE. This is the Maison Kitsune Eye Switch. So I have 3 colors, but the one I love the most is Petal, because the glitter is like iridescent, but the iridescence in it is like more like pink, purple, and a bit of like a green yellow, but it's mainly pink. It really even matches my nails, so I like it that it's actually very pink based. So it is iridescent, but it's more pink based, so it suits my skin tone a little bit better, or more like how I like my glitters to be. And because they are in like the liquid form, it just holds those glitter much more than powder. I'm not sure if it works the same for you, but for me so far I have experiment with a lot. I feel like liquid ones just do the trick, and then the applicator is very fine and defined as well. Yeah, and it's what I'm wearing today. I'm not sure if you guys can see. So I dabbed a little bit on the top of the lids, and then it was around my tear duct area as well. So I like it. I just like to bring a little bit something to my eyes, like the attention to my eyes, rather than around other imperfection that I have. So this one is really good. Okay, the next. Okay, I'm taking out these items because it's almost Chinese New Year soon, and I have done my spring cleaning, so I've packed a lot of my makeup back into where they're supposed to be. So when I'm doing this video, I'm taking out and telling you guys. Okay, so these 2 items are lipstick from 3CE as well, and I don't have the full size to share with you guys because my sister took them and refused to return them to me because she said it was so nice. So yeah, I have the 2 little mini size. I'm not sure if you guys can see my haul, but I talk about after using the mini, I went ahead and purchased the full size. So the 2 colors that I love is 115 and 909. So 909 is Smoke Rose and 115 is Moss or Mousse, M-U-S-S. Alright, so this is the nudie color that I really like. I love this to bits and pieces. This one is like a very, like, I don't know, it's like a flower pink. Yeah, it just reminds me of like the perfect pink, like in between cool and warm. So me that have an olive skin tone can pull this off and makes it really natural. How I like to use it is I like to apply this all over my lid. Okay, like this. Then I like to, sometimes I just roll with just this one, but sometimes to make it a little more dimensional, I like to put this, I layer this in the middle, like inner parts of my lids, and the color looks like this. It's very, very beautiful. Let me blend it out a little bit more. Can you guys see it now? So it creates a lot of depth to my lips, and the texture is very matte. It gives a very soft focus look, and because it's matte, but it's not super matte, but it's drying matte. So among all the mattes that I've used, this is one of the more comfortable one, and the pigment just grabs itself to your lips. So, you know, I'm the type of person that I don't like to reapply my makeup and then constantly worrying about my makeup, etc, etc. So these work like wonders for me, like works like a charm, because I don't have to reapply them unless I'm eating something very, very soupy or something that's super, super oily. So if I'm snacking or whatsoever, you still can see some of the colors on my lips. You can see it quite obvious as well, and it's not like super worn off after eating and drinking. So I really, really like it, and it just stays for a very, very long time, which I appreciate, because then I wouldn't have to worry that I do not have my lipstick on and I look deadly. So highly recommend you guys check this out. Right, so all these are my 3 Concept Eyes products. Okay, I'm not sponsored, but I just kind of ventured to them a lot this year. Okay, next. Okay, it's a lipstick which I'm using right now. That was after I used the 3 CE products. This one is the Bobbi Brown Luxe Matte Lip in Tawny Pink. It looks like that. It's what I'm wearing right now. Compared to just now, the other one that I'm using, that one looks like that. So it's more like a mauvey color. It's more like cool tone, but I just like the texture a lot. It's very powdery. It gives off an even more like soft focus powdered type of lips, like very velvety, very like, it's just, I don't know, it looks like very matte but very soft as well. I love that effect, and I love how it feels on my lips as well. So I highly recommend you guys check this one out, especially the Luxe Matte Lip color line. I will purchase a lot more colors, I'm very, very sure. But right now this color has been my go-to ever since I got it in, like, maybe when it was released. I got this one and I love it. And the color, for me, I don't feel like it makes me look dead. I mean, it's a cool tone pink, but it doesn't makes me look very yellow, or it doesn't make me look very like sunken and shallow. Yeah, so I kind of enjoy it. Yeah, I like the formulation as well, and it's not drying as compared to other mattes I've tried. Of course, in general, matte lipsticks are all drying. Honestly, come on, you guys cannot expect a matte lipstick to be moisturizing. You know, that's asking too much, you know. So yeah, but out of the mattes, I think this is one of like the more comfortable ones, and I like it, and this is what I'm wearing today. It whitens my teeth. Ah, I love it. Right, so that is that. Yeah, going on, I have one, but I can't find it. Oh yeah, I found it. Okay, so this is the item. This is the Clé de Peau Corrector Concealer. Okay, anyway, the color I'm using is Almond. So it's a little bit too dark for me right now, but I think for covering all the acne scarring that I'm having right now, it works wonderfully, because it's a little bit more like orangey, like salmon color. So it can counteract all the dark, you know, black, blue pigments that I have. So what I like about this is that it works almost very similar to the NARS Soft Matte Concealer, but this one has SPF and it's almost triple the price. About this is $100. This one is $44. Yeah, maybe 2.5 times more. But then I'm willing to pay this amount for it because of the SPF. Because I feel like I'm actually actively trying to take care of my eye area. I use this for my under eyes, because I feel like a lot of items or a lot of products do not have SPF for the eyes, and when your eyes, you know, when you go into the sun, your eyes area are very sensitive. They kind of, you know, get wrinklings and all that, and I want to be actively doing something to make sure that I don't age sooner than I should. So yeah, so I'm willing to pay this amount of money for this like SPF for the eyes, and I feel like it has very decent coverage. and it blends beautifully as well. It doesn't really sink into my fine lines around my eyes as well, so they work very beautifully. But if you guys want to budget for this one, then try the NARS Soft Matte Concealer. They work the same, right? So okay, now moving on. Right, so this is next product. This is the Giorgio Armani To Go Essence In Foundation. I've been using this, I think I bought this last year, like 2017, and I only have been using this in 2018. I love this so much. It doesn't have a lot of coverage, but somehow it makes the skin looks so beautiful, and it lasts forever. And although I have oily skin and this thing is supposed to be moisturizing, it doesn't create that kind of like sesame seeds in your pores that enlarges them. It just performs beautifully throughout the day, and it just fades, even if it fades, you know. And even with oily skin, it does not make me look super greasy, super oily. It just make me look like I am naturally dewy or a little bit over dewy, and that's all, you know. And yeah, yes, it lacks coverage, but I feel like you can just use it with a concealer, you know, honestly, because I feel like I don't need coverage on places I do not need them, and it makes me look like my skin is very healthy. It looks like my skin is healthily peeking through underneath. It just really looks natural, but at the same time very put together. It's just a very beautiful foundation, like essence cushion foundation, whatever you want to call it. But I feel like every time I use it, my skin is just beautiful. I don't have to worry how I look. I don't have to worry that my makeup is fading, and it's fading uglily. It gives patches, it gives sesame seeds, or super oily. I don't have to worry all about this. I just need to know that I am very safe, very secure with my makeup. I don't have to worry about going to the toilet to check my makeup, to touch up. I do not have to do this at all. Recommend this one for you guys. Recommend you guys get this. Okay, then the next item is actually this one. So yeah, this is the Professional Matte Rescue. I love it because it just does what it does. It mattifies my face and prime it for makeup. But what I exceptionally like about this is because it's like a gel, it actually just spreads very well across areas that you want to use. So you can spread the product out very thinly, so it does what it does without kicking up your makeup, and it works wonderfully under a lot of my foundation, I would say majority of most of my foundation. Yeah, so far all except for my Tom Ford foundation. So there's an exception. It doesn't really work with any foundation other than the one I'm going to talk about later. So yeah, I highly recommend you guys getting this one, and this is just like the deluxe size, and I have it for ages. I'm using it almost every single day, and yeah, I don't have any, you know, problem with it, and I love it, you know, and always gravitate towards it because it has a cooling sensation. It just makes me feel so refreshed when I'm doing my makeup. Next is this one. This is the Tatcha Silk Canvas. I got this small little travel size in a pack that they give during like festive seasons, like year end. They always have this kind of like special packages. I've used quite a bit. I'm not sure if you guys can see it, but this one made it into the best 2018 for makeup because this is the only primer that I can use with my Tom Ford, or I should say the only foundation the Tom Ford cushion foundation can be used with. All other primers that I've used with creates those little sesame seeds whereby the foundation kind of just gathers into all your pores, so it looks like you have like small little pockets of sesame seeds that's on your face, and it looks extremely disgusting. But I've tried a lot of things, and I realized that when you put a very thin layer of this on the face, or place where you need it, and then you put on a very thin layer of the Tom Ford cushion foundation, and looks beautiful, and it performs almost like my Giorgio Armani but with extra added coverage. But then that being said, you have to control the amount very carefully. Like you have to use very little amount of this and very little amount of the Tom Ford foundation. Just slowly kind of spread it across your face thinly, and then set it with powder, then go on. So for that, it's more like a, you know, I want to do fancy makeup today type of day. But I tried that with this primer. It does work wonderfully. So I only reserved this for the Tom Ford. I've used it with other foundations so far, quite good, but it's not like super targeting of my oily areas. It just kind of primes the face, make it more long lasting, but my oil still kind of like gets through and still make me a little bit oilier than I would like it to be. But then again, I feel that it should deserve a mention in 2018 best because of its ability to work with my Tom Ford Cushion Foundation. Yes. I am crazy. Alright, so then I have a lot to say, but I can't remember it, and I've been doing this video for like the second or the third time right now, and I still can't really remember. That's why I'm looking around. But honestly, I'm keeping things to the bare minimum. The next product is a mascara. It is from Heroine Makeup. I'll insert the picture right now. I can't find it. That is my latest mascara that I've bought, and I love it because even for me, I have oily lids, and in Singapore it's very hot and humid, so majority of the mascara I have to use waterproof one to keep the curls. But sometimes the weather is so humid that even waterproof mascara like the one from Maybelline, which everybody knows that they are very, very waterproof, they kind of get a little bit of like smudging, very tiny. You can see like a little bit of dark circle over there, like shading over here, and you know that the mascara is kind of fading, and I don't like it because I don't want to look like a panda at the end of the day, and I'm the kind of girl that once I put on makeup, I don't want to worry about them the whole entire day because I want to enjoy my day. I don't want to be worrying about my makeup every single day and I have to go to the toilet just because I want to look presentable. Yeah, but so far that one has been the one for me, the one from Heroine Make, the long and curl one, and super waterproof. It doesn't leave any dark cast or any dark shadows or whatsoever under my lower lash line. It's just beautiful, and it just holds the curl just much better than any other waterproof mascara I have used, or almost like on par with anyone. But the thing that it's winning is because it doesn't have, no matter how hot the weather is or how humid it is, it doesn't create that dark like cast on my lower lash line, which I think that was beautiful. So I'm very sad that I actually lost it, and because I still have two mascara as backup from different brand. One of them is this one which I took out to use, which is from L'Oreal, but I still want to mention that because that was like the best mascara I have used in 2018, and I'm very, very sad. And also because of the wand, I think they doesn't clump up your lashes, it just gives your lashes, just separates them really nicely and kind of just lengthen it. So it thickens as well, but it just makes them, every single one of them, really, really long. So I love it, but I don't have it now with me, so I'm really, really sad. Next is this one. This is a Japanese as well. It's a Japanese brand. This is by Motte. It's a Motte liner in brown. This one, the difference about the difference between this eyeliner than others is that it is much, much heavier. It almost felt like it is weighted. Then the brushes are bigger. I'm not sure if you guys can see, but the brush is definitely bigger. And when you hold it, you have to make sure you get used to holding it, then you can draw nicely. And I think because of how the brushes are made, certain angle might prick my eye when I'm using it. But then the good thing about this is that, you know, sometimes some eyeliners do smudge, or like at the end of the day, after a long day, a part of it just smudge and then you lost the tail, right? Like your cat eye, that catty eye there just lost its tail. And this one will not do anything like that. It will not fade as well, so it still looks like how you applied it in the morning. And it doesn't budge. And some eyeliner, like I said, because Singapore is so humid, it always have that dark cast under the lashes, but this one doesn't. So it's like that mascara, it doesn't budge, so, and it doesn't lose its tail as well. So highly recommend you guys checking this out. It has a lot of colors. Check it out, try it for yourself. You know, there's no harm. It just functions just like any other eyeliner, like liquid brush eyeliner. It just function like that, but with just improved formulas. Just use it. I mean, why not, right? So, but I highly recommend you guys check this out because this one has been, you know, it just improved the eyeliner game. You get what I mean? Like, you don't have to worry about it anymore, and it doesn't disappear until you remove it. Yeah, unless you're telling me you're rubbing your eyes constantly, then of course it will fall off, right? Yeah, but other than that, this one doesn't. So check this one out as well. Okay, I think this is the last item. Okay, This is from Daiso. This is their eyebrow pencil. It's $2. You can't go wrong. It's in dark brown color. I have so many backups of it. But recently, when I went to Daiso, the same, you know, the stand where they hold up all the eyebrow liners, those stands that they like display acrylics. The acrylic is still the same, but the the poster is different, and they have this like new looking eyebrow pencil. I'm not sure if it's the same brand, like is it this one but reformulated or what, but I'm not so sure about that one. But if you guys see this, grab it. It's $2 only. No harm trying. There's three colors, black, brown, dark brown and brown. So this is the color that I have. This is dark brown. I'm not sure if you guys can see in the camera, but it's the brown that takes a little bit of redness. So I use it to draw my brow today. I'm not sure if you guys can see that it's a little bit red. But if you guys have really dark brown hair that has no redness at all, okay, and you guys are very particular about the eyebrow color, then you guys might not want this one, because I feel like it takes a little bit of red in it. But for me, I used to have a little bit of redness in my hair color, so I'm okay with it. And sometimes I just use it a little bit. It isn't obvious. So I just carry on using it. So other than the color, the shades of the color, but it's only $2, so why not try it? And it does what it does. It has like a spoolie, and then it also have this retractable, and it works forever. So I think it's good. $2, can't go wrong. Right, so I think that marks the end of my best of 2018 makeup version. I'm so happy that I finished it, because I wanted to do this for so long. I recorded it once or twice. I think this is my third time. First time was a complete failure. Second time, I just felt like I talked too much rubbish. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.